Do you have too much to do, too little time? Do you wish you can multiply yourself so you'll have time to do everything and still have time to relax? Hi! Welcome to Mami Negosyo's Business Tips number 25. Your problem is not time management. Your problem is that you have not taken the time to delegate. Before you delegate, you need to know 5 things. We talked about the first 3 in part 1 of this series, and today we will talk about part 2 and the last 2 things of the 5 things you must know before you delegate. From the last video, we learned that the first 2 things are, number 1, the difference between delegation and abdication. We said we should delegate and not abdicate. The second thing was that we should not wait until we are already fighting fires. We need to delegate ASAP. Now let's go to the third thing you must know before you delegate. We mentioned that number 3, delegation is more like planting a tree than making instant coffee. We said that we need a lot of patience. Now, how do we plant a tree again? We said that the first thing we need to do is to prepare the soil and then to choose the right seed, right? We should know how much water and sunlight the plant needs. We also need to put protection around the baby plants so that they will be protected from animals and pests. And the whole process takes a lot of time. So before you even start to delegate, the preparation that you need is to list down each step of the tasks. Do not assume that everybody knows how to do the task that you will delegate. We have to list everything down. Yes, everything. We have to start with a blank slate, write down everything with no assumptions. Write all the steps one by one in performing a task. For example, cook rice. When we're teaching someone, it's important to start by talking about when to cook, not just how. When will she cook the rice? How many times a day will she cook the rice, or in a week? Under that, we need to talk about what utensils and equipment to use. Don't assume that she knows what a sandok is. So, give the name of each and the purpose of each equipment. Then demonstrate how to use it. Also, talk about the location or storage of each item as well as how to care for them. It's not enough that you tell them, here's how you cook rice, do it, and it's done. No. Why? Because sooner or later you'll be asking, where's my sandok? Where's this and where's that? This is because we did not teach the person where she should store them and how she should clean them. So, be very detailed, okay? Now, going back to cooking the rice, what are the ingredients? It's just water and rice, right? What do we do with the rice before we start cooking? We have to identify the name of each ingredient. If it's water, where will we get the water? What's the purpose of water? How to use water and how much water to use? Same with rice. Where will we get the rice? What's the purpose of the rice? How do you measure the rice? How much rice to use? Aside from that, we need to talk about where the rice is. Where is its location or its storage? It's equally important to teach her how to care for rice so that the insects cannot get inside the rice container. We need to teach her the step-by-step preparation, how to do it, how to clean up, and what to do with leftovers. So aside from the ingredients, the when and the how, we also need to teach them the dangers to watch out for. For example, what will happen if there's not enough water? Will the rice be cooked properly? What can she do if this happens? Or if her hands are wet, what might happen if she touches things that she shouldn't touch? So warn her about the dangers to watch out for. To compare delegation with planting a tree, listing the process down is only the preparation stage. After listing down the process in detail, you will now know whom to hire and how to hire. Using the same metaphor of tree planting, hiring is like finding the right seed or seedling. It is very crucial for the delegation process. Now, not every seed can be a good tree, and not every applicant is a good employee. In our Start Your Own Business Pinoy 90-Day Quick Start Coaching Program, we can go through it step by step with you. So, number 3, delegation is more like planting a tree than making instant coffee. Okay? Again, what to do? List everything down. Now, are you willing to list your tasks down step by step? If you are willing, please type willing to the list. Willing to list rather in the comments. And thank you for your commitment. Now let's go to number 4. Number 4 says, prepare to train. Okay? Here is a very simple 3-step training process. Step 1, show and tell based on the list. Once we have the detailed list of the task, we go through it with the new employee. We explain everything on that list. Just imagine that you are talking to the new employee and you are there showing and telling her what to do. Now, if the list is too long, you can break it down into 10 steps each. That is the preparation stage. Okay? Next step is show and tell me, which means that now that you and the new hire are done with step 1, the next step is for her to show and tell you what you taught her. So it's what we call the return demo. All right? And step 3 is praise or repeat. So which means that if she got it, she got what you taught her and was able to repeat it back to you, then praise her. If not, you'll have to repeat everything from the top of the list. Here's an example. Let's say you have a factory wherein you make bars of soap for people with sensitive skin. Now, when you train, do you train the new employee to make soap right away on the first day? Of course not, right? When training a new employee, we give it to her task by task. Maybe for the first day, teach her about the different kinds of soaps and what are the different scents of soaps. Like, how do you know that soap A is different from soap B? Or probably you can teach her how to stack soaps. How many to stack, where to get the soap to stack. Then when she masters stacking, you can go to the next task. Was that simple? Easy, right? Delegation is really easy if you know how. What's good is that after delegating well, your life will be easier. Again, what have we been learning? Number 1, delegate, don't abdicate. Number 2, delegate ASAP. Number 3, make a patiently detailed list. Number 4, prepare to train using 3 steps. And we go now to the last one, which is to get ready to motivate for consistency. After the new hire is now able to do the job, the only thing that will stop him from doing a good job is when he is not motivated. How can you motivate her? Well, you can't. Studies have shown that people are self-motivated. They decide what motivates them and when they get motivated. So, Mommy Ann, what do I do? The key is that you need to find out what motivates them. And the only way you can find out is by observing the employee or maybe asking him, talking to him. Now, the wrong question to ask him is, what motivates you? A lot of people think that increasing salaries motivates people. It does not. When salary is increased, the employee will be happy. But will he work more and produce more? The answer is no. Besides, his happiness will only last a while, not for a long time. So the better question would be, how can I help you be happier in your job? Or how can I help you produce more if you want her to produce more? You see, everyone wants to do a good job. They need our support. And each person needs and wants different things at different times in their lives. Our goal is to find out. So the key here for number 5 is to continuously be aware of what motivates your employee and to provide it. So, those are the 5 things to know before you start to delegate. And if you learned something useful today, remember to subscribe to this channel for more business tips. Join our community by clicking the link below to learn more. Till next time, bye!